69 days ago was the launch of Discord and Sound in Marvel's Avengers, otherwise known as the Claw raid, and while that's currently being fixed and improved, this is the perfect time to talk about the next raid that we could potentially see this year, and I'm talking about the Kree raid. Hey everyone, JazzyBuyers2 here, and a Kree raid could be very possible within the game, especially coming soon. Now, just for a quick recap about the Kree, it all started with speculation at the beginning of the game where people were wondering when we would get to fight the Kree. This is important as it's the main goal for the Avengers in this game. It's been prepare for the Kree, get help to fight the Kree, etc. The only other goal besides that was, well, finding Nick Fury, but we don't know where he is. We could just assume that he's dead. I'll make a video on that later. And then about a year later, we got the Claw raid, which was a massive mission and the end to the War for Wakanda storyline. And finally after that, we got some info recently from the data miner / journalist Miller saying there was some work stuff with a potential Kree raid in the files. So we do have quite a bit to talk about. And it's best to talk about the story first. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've been thinking about this a lot, which is why this video is coming later than expected. But I think I have a great way of telling the story that not only doesn't cut out content, but it also tells a true meaningful story to lead up to the raid. This will happen in two parts. Number one, you have the Kree event, which is basically like corrupted vibranium, and it's where some of the Kree soldiers land onto the planet in various different areas. Wakanda, the eastern border, you know, the snowy tundra, etc. They land on this planet and they're doing reconnaissance. Your goal is to take them out as the Avengers and collect intel chips or whatever, and then get information on them. This will be like Spider-Man's hero event, except there is no hero, only cutscenes. You'll go through these, go back to certain places, have a cutscene, talk about it more, get some audio logs, because why not? We definitely do need more of those instead of more unique stuff. And then boom, bada beam, bada bam. That's the event. And then for the second part, this is where the raid actually comes into place, where the raid do a full-scale invasion and all the Avengers suit up to go out there and save the day and fight the good fight. Now, whenever it comes to the main thing, I know a lot of people will ask, well, what about Captain Marvel? Where's she gonna come in? I think Captain Marvel won't be there for half of it. I personally think the Avengers will go out there and they'll fight and they'll do their best, but it's not enough. You know, you could have all the extra heroes you want, but at the end of the day, once they're about to lose, a light comes out of the sky. And it's her. It's Captain Marvel. And then boom, you play the rest of the raid, you fight a bunch of Kree sentries, you go onto a Kree ship even, and you destroy things, and then after the raid, you win, you have a cutscene, and you unlock Captain Marvel. And if that doesn't work for you guys, I do have an alternate version where it's basically Captain Marvel's there playing with the Avengers, they start a Kree raid, they start losing, Captain America does a motivational speech, and they get back up and win, etc, etc, etc. You know, and overall, the story doesn't need to be complicated, but I feel like there definitely should be an emphasis on how it will go, and especially as they are the big villain of this game, they've been there since launch. Like, you gotta give them a good write-off. You gotta give it a good finale to that arc anyways. If you're going to continue the game, I don't know. If you're going to discontinue it in a week or so, or maybe in September, I don't know. But if it's one thing you have to do right, it is pay off your message. You have to make the Kree the big villains. Now, whenever it does come to mechanics, I think you could do a lot of unique things with this. For example, the Kree are basically a bunch of high-tech aliens. You could do a lot with tech, especially on the Kree ships. What you could do is have a lot of different types of puzzles, but I'm thinking some more stuff that is complicated. Pick up some items and move them around. Be sure to have Iron Man fly another character up there. Make it so you can't really fly indoors. You know, like the raid said it was gonna do, but it didn't. You know, I said it was gonna be hard for flyers, but it wasn't. Yeah, so make the make the mechanics better. Make them more difficult, make them challenging, and make it so they are random on every single switch. I know this is going to go into a rant, but the mechanics in the Claw Raid were not that difficult, especially after you played a bunch. I know it goes on to experience, but at the same time, it's like you have this raid which is supposed to be difficult, but most of the puzzles, besides the door one, which I'll give him credit, the door one is still tricking me, and a lot of others, it's very easy. Besides the door one, of course, as I said, you need to make stuff that can switch in between missions. Just have it switch and do better. I'd say the main mechanic should come into the Kree ships where you switch back and forth. There should also be a mechanic for a possible space fight, and if you are on the ground, there should be one to either destroy a Kree sentry, like you could go up its arm and then fight on there, or to de-enable one. Just turn it off. But at the end of the day, I really do want to know your guys' and gals' opinions on this. What do you guys think a Kree raid should have and will be like? And do you guys think it should be the finale of the game, or should it be a new starting point, or maybe a bit of both? I am Jesse Burrs 2. I will see you guys later. Be sure to have a good day and hit that like and subscribe button and turn on post notifications if you enjoyed the video. You don't have to, but it is free. So yeah, see you guys later. Peace. Bye. Eat your vegetables.